Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over the trade that I took last night. I didn't record this video last night just because I had a day yesterday. We'll talk about that more towards the end too, but there are a few things I want to talk about first. I'm a bit quiet right now. My girlfriend, she's still sleeping, and today's my day off. So normally at this time I'm at work, but I do have a day off before I have to go back in tomorrow. Second thing I want to talk about is Hope. Thank you so much. Her channel is Diary of a Novice Trader. Here, I was the winner of her giveaway for the books. The books still haven't come in yet, but when they do, I will be doing a full unboxing video. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for all of the support you've continued to give me. Um, Honestly, like I am truly blown away by all of the support you've continued to give me publicly and privately as well. Truly makes me so happy, but it also makes me so happy too in terms of your journey as well and everything that you're doing. And at the end of this video too, guys, I'm going to be playing a clip from her last video as well that I also wanted to touch on and talk about because I think she has so much information to give, very wise, and I think you guys will find a lot of value in her channel. So please go check her out. She's an awesome content creator, and I know that she's going to be an awesome trader too. So, um, with that being said, let's go over the charts today. I have it on replay mode as well. My computer's been acting up, and my OBS has been acting up too. So hopefully you guys can see everything on the charts here. So I've kind of been experimenting in terms of when to take trades. I'm trying to trade earlier in the night, so that way I can go to sleep earlier. So last night when preparing to trade, I did see a setup forming a little bit earlier on. So let's see if my replay will work. Doesn't look like my replay is working right now. Let's head back in time then. I'll hit replay. So I'll come back here. This should work. So let's see if this ends up working for me. Alright, it doesn't seem like it's working today, but essentially what I saw, um, what I saw was a really good setup that occurred last night to where point of control, prior day value area highs, um, and basically extra confluences worked out to the point where it just seemed like a good trade. So even though it was earlier in the day, right? It was about 7:45 that I decided to take this trade. I thought it was going to be a really good play, right? So this is how it looked. Let's see if it'll work this time. Yes, it's working now. This is literally what I saw when I hopped on the charts. And I was like, absolutely, I'm taking this. Why am I taking this? One, this purple line here is VWAP. You're bouncing off there with high volume. Well, first let's start all the way over. Are we bullish or bearish? We are bullish. This is how we opened, and this is how we went, right? So that's what I love to see is where we start getting to a point of bouncing off VWAP, bouncing off point of control, and hanging around prior day value area highs. I absolutely love to see that. So from then on, I was like, yeah, I'm looking to take a trade here. I immediately entered my position uh, right here as well. So as you can see, started to pop up, and I was extremely patient with my entries. I really wanted to only risk about 150 to $200, and that's how I'm going to be going forward with this. About $200 per trade. Just trying to take my time. But I'll actually touch on that a little bit later in this video. But here, just very patient, setting limit entries, limit orders to get into my position how I want to, right? Added here, added here. Um, and at that time we were above VWAP. I know it's showing below VWAP here, but Again, I didn't record it as soon as the trade finished last night. So here you can see how we continue to go, right? Love to see it. We'll fast forward a little bit. So here's still hanging around prior day value area highs, point of control, right? It's that black line that's underneath this pink line. We just bounced off value area lows here, going through VWAP on high volume. I think I added on that candle too. Um, yes, I did. So you can see here, I added on this candle here, and that was a trade. I just allowed it to go. I set my alerts. We did start peaking down on that candle, but that candle ended up shooting up. So I added on that candle as well. And then we just allowed the trade to happen, and then it happened, and it worked out really nicely. So I wanted to see if we could get more of a pop up, right? But of course, when I first got my alert, or when I first looked at the trade, I was like, oh man, like value area high shifted lower. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it shifted a bit lower. So I'm like, I always try to target those as my exits if I'm bullish. Um, and we were able to get it, but I got out 839 for three, and then I set a stop at 832.50, which we did get stopped out, and then it came lower. But as you saw, we bounced, right? So if I were still in this trade at that time, my stop loss was still set here. As soon as we had this move, I moved my stop loss here, but initially it was set around 799.50 or 797.50. Um, but like let's say that I had to disappear from the charts for a bit, it would have worked out well. So it was a very good trade. I love that trade. I have been trading well as of late. My trading win percentage does not show that, but my average win, my average loss does show that, right? So definitely have been trading well, definitely have been doing well. And that was the last trade for the month for me. So if we look at my monthly calendar here, it's been, honestly, it's been a rough month. I've definitely struggled quite a bit, but um, only four losing days, which is kind of crazy. I thought it was a lot more than that, but we have been trading decently enough. And I'm just more confident heading into um, July. I have so much optimism and so much belief that July is going to be the absolute turning point for me, that I'm going to do well. And I'm just really excited for that too. Coming into this year, it's a lofty goal. And I said actually said it last year too, but my goal is to have $25,000 in payouts. So I'm actually only one day away from another payout right now. As you can see, I have one, two, three, and this is the fourth trading day of four $200 days. So I'm thinking, okay, if I get a $200 day tonight, right, do I request a payout? Do I say, hey, I'm actually ready for another payout? Do I just take them as soon as I'm able to, right? And that's something that I was saying too. It's like, take my payouts as soon as I'm able to. The money will stack up. You know, the money in the bank is way more important than anything else in terms of like the buffer or having multiple $200 days. It's like it's so cool that you have a positive balance, but if that money's not in the bank, then it doesn't really mean anything, right? However, I do have a lot more belief and confidence in myself now than I did, let's say, a week ago when I was not doing so well. Um, just because I have a more systematic approach. So I believe now that I can actually get the buffer going, that I can actually be able to trade more. But at the same time, again, you know, money in the bank, being able to pull the money out of the account is more important than having the money sit there. So one of the things I wanted to talk about though is my life has been a, a little bit crazy. Yesterday, I just finished my 6th day working in a rub and working overtime at the hospital. It has been quite stressful. Um, Again, as you guys know, but if you don't know, I'm a physical therapist. I work in the hospital, but I do. outpatient, which is where patients come into the clinic and they're seen usually for some type of injury um, or chronic pain that they're going through. But I also work inpatients as well, where you're working and you're seeing patients that are admitted into the hospital for some type of condition. A lot of times it's as a physical therapist, we deal with people who are dealing with weakness, falls, but I work on every floor from the ICU floor, the cardiac floor, to the orthopedic floor where they come in to have elective surgeries such as like a total knee replacement or a total hip. Um, but I also um, work on other floors as well, so it's quite a bit, and it can be very taxing and very mentally draining. So I worked Sunday yesterday. I was covering for one of my coworkers who normally works on Sundays, but he wanted that day off. So I said, okay, I'll come in. I was working with a student, so ended up taking me a little bit longer. I was only expected to be there for about 3.5 hours. I ended up staying for 5 hours, and I was so tired, but I was like, finally, I can rest. I can finally come back home. But for all of my Pokemon Go fans, you know that this weekend was Go Fest. I didn't really get to play on Saturday. Obviously, I had work on Sunday, but I got out early enough at 12 o'clock that I can go and play, right? So I'm just thinking, let me just go play for a little bit, do what I needed to do in the game, which was doing raids and stuff like that, and then I'll go home. So finally, I'm done, I'm tired. I get back into my car and I try to start my car, and my car doesn't want to start. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. Long story short, I end up having to call my girlfriend. She tries to jump my car. It's not working. I have to call AAA, which is like a service that they can charge your battery or check what's going on, and then they can tow your car. First guy ends up coming, says my alternator is bad and my battery is bad as well. He was about to leave, but I'm like, my car's not turning on. He's like, oh, it's not. It's on right now. But apparently my car was on, but it wasn't. It's just very confusing. Had another guy come. He did the same thing. He said the same thing, but he had a tow truck. The first guy didn't. So he ended up towing me back to my apartment. And, of course, the first thing you think about is money, right? I don't have enough money to completely fix my car. Um, so it's been hard. It's been tough. I've been thinking like, what do I do? How can I get through this? Right now, me and my girlfriend, again, financially, it's not the worst. I always tell her that, but it's not the best either. So whenever you have things like this that come up, it becomes very difficult and it becomes very hard to um know what the next step is, know what you're supposed to do, especially when you're short on money, when you're strapped for cash. So, um, whenever I see myself in this position as I am right now, being one day away from being able to take a payout, that's like, well, maybe I should, maybe I should take a payout, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should try to build a buffer, right? As of late, I've been so hard on myself. Like I spoke about in one of my previous videos too, about how I didn't attend my best friend's wedding ceremony, something that was so important to her because my mindset and my mentality was so focused on trying to work, trying to earn more money, right? This past week I earned so much overtime that yes, it's great for money. Um, but you end up missing out on special important events like that too. That you have to prioritize, right, over the money. Growing up, I saw how my parents were, right? They were always focused on, not always focused on the money, but always focused on more, right? Trying to do more, trying to get more, right? Because they wanted that sense of security for our family, which I completely understand. But growing up, I always said that I'd rather be poor in order to spend more time with my family and to have a better connection with my parents than, being well off. And I never, um, That never happened. We were always well off, but I didn't have as close of a relationship with my parents that I would like. So I always grew up saying that I would never want to do that. I want to make sure that my family's okay, that I have enough time to spend with them. But obviously, as you get older, um, that I can't think of the word right now, but that naivety, I guess you could call it, or that innocence, it's innocence, that innocence goes away. You know, you realize that in life you have to be able to earn money in order to live. And with prices raising and with things going on in the world that, could potentially impact you and your family, you have to make sure that you're well off enough in order for yourself to be able to survive. So I've been very hard on myself. It's something that I've been extremely hard on myself on. My trading, as you can see, has been very difficult. I've been extremely hard on myself as well. I've been not doing the things that I'm supposed to. I've been, figuring out how to refine my strategy, taking trades, not doing the things I need to do. But it's all finally coming together to the point where now I feel like I can trade and take a loss like I did on Thursday night where I took losses and I didn't care because it was my setup and it just didn't work out. And then later on, and then it ended up working out anyway. I just wasn't a part of that trade. But I wasn't upset. I just knew that I'm going to come back and try to get it to work. My trade that I took Wednesday night, that was the best trade of the month until today. Today is the best trade of the month. Um, but again, just sticking with the process, don't not caring about sizing down just to make sure that I understand what I'm doing and then going from there. So that's why it's like I need to make sure that um, I take it slow and I'm not so hard on myself. And that goes into the video that um, Hope was talking about too. I want to play this clip for you guys because I think it's very short. It's like only a minute that she goes on for, but I think everything that she says here is a truth, and it's something that we need to realize as traders as well. I'm constantly thinking about like, should I size up so that way, if I have a winning trade, then at least I get a lot of money, coming in for my car and for all these other things. But I really just need to not be so hard on myself and to take my time and take a step back and just focus on the process because if I do that, the money will come. So let me play this video for you guys.
Anybody out there, it really is a journey. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself. Like that last video of me like sitting there like burnt out going like this is how I'm feeling like I feel like that has to happen almost for like anybody to realize to like just take a step back. Like it's gonna happen. Just like have faith in yourself, believe in yourself that you're gonna make it, and just like allow it to be. I was putting so much pressure on myself to like be this trader, to like trade every afternoon and to journal every single trade like to the T, and like that's just not how life is. Like you can try your best and be as focused as you can be, but like trading isn't everything, and that's what I realized. And with that came an improvement with my trading. And if you
So I really do appreciate everything she said there. Um, Trading is so hard. It's so hard, right? So when things aren't working out for you, like you want so badly to improve your situation, you want so badly to be a better trader. You want to take wins. You want to have more winning days than losing days. So it's it's been one of those things for myself where I have to internalize everything that she said and I need to make sure that I am taking a step back, that I am not pushing so hard for things to work out because if you focus on the process and you have a good process and you're not trying to force the issue, things will work out. There's so many times as a basketball player growing up where when you get the ball, you just want to do everything you can to help your team win, but sometimes it actually impacts your team in a negative way. By trying to force the issue, by trying to force your shot, by trying to force, certain things to happen in the game, they end up not happening and they end up actually negatively impacting yourself as an individual, but as well as your team. My girlfriend last night, I was telling her, I was literally asking her about the same thing after everything we were going through, and yesterday was an emotional day, for myself individually, but also too for her as well as, um, it marked, I have no idea how many years it's been now, but her best friend passed away on the 29th of June. Um, Maybe it's been 6 years now. So it was an emotional day for her as well, remembering that. So with all the stuff going on with me yesterday, she started crying and she was just saying that she's just happy that, I'm still here and that my car didn't fail on the road, which was a possibility, and then I get into an accident and things happen. So, and she's absolutely right. I'm just grateful that, we're here, right? Our situation can always be worse. It could always be worse. Um, and I'm thankful for what we have. And I was just telling her, like, hey, like, do you think I should size up for this last day? If I have a really good winning trade, 500, $600, I can get more than $300, if I were to have a winning day the next day, and she's like, no, don't do that. Just stick with exactly what you're doing right now because it seems like you found it, right? And not every trade is going to go your way, but it seems like you know exactly what to do now after refining your strategies. So I'm going to listen to her. I'm going to do what I can. Um, and I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. So we'll see if we do take a payout or not, though. Next time, like let's say we have a winning trade tonight, we'll see if we do take a payout. But if not, you know, um, we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. I think the overtime money will help from work, and we'll figure things out like we always do. We have enough money to be able to cover for things, but again, I've mentioned this several times in the past video now. Hurricane season's coming. We need to be ready. We need to be prepared, and part of it is trading well. So that way, if I need to be able to take a payout to help cover costs for certain things or evacuation plans, then I'm ready. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I know much longer video. Um, Actually, not really that long of a video now that I look, compared to some other videos. But for anyone who's watching to this point, which is rare, but for anyone watching to this point, I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Um, July is coming, and I'm very excited for what's to come. I really do believe that things are going to go well in July in terms of my trading. I think I'm going to do well, right? But what does that mean? Like I've spoken about in the past, it's not about more green days than red days. It's about following the process, not tilting, making sure I'm taking correct trades, making sure that I'm risking appropriately, having proper risk management, and then obviously too having proper entries and exits. Um, and that's something we've done the last few days or so, and I'm very proud of myself. Obviously, the last few days does not mean that we're going to continue to do this, but I'm going to do the best I can to continue this process and to do what I need to do in order to be successful in trading and to be a consistently profitable trader. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys have had a great um, month of June. Let me know how you guys did in the comment section below. Um, but yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully, you guys have a great July as well. These summer months can be tough, but I know that we're going to make it to the top for sure. So, that's it for this video, guys, and I hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you guys in the next one, and keep trading stoically.